Have you been wanting a short-time vacation rental in the Palm Springs area and wondering where to look for the perfect one? In this video, I'm going to share some of the best areas for short-term vacation rentals. Let's dive in. Many people are buying short-term rentals here in our greater Palm Springs area. It's such a great way to make money. You can rent it out if you're only here part-time or just have it strictly as an investment money-making property. There are 9 cities in the greater Palm Springs area, and at the present time, the cities that are allowing short-term vacation properties are Palm Springs, Indio, a few commercially zoned properties in La Quinta, some in Bermuda Dunes, and a few here or there in Palm Desert. My husband and I have been doing short-term vacation rentals now for about 15 years. We started when they weren't even popular. We thought it would be a great way to eventually retire and have some steady income rolling in. My husband has been fortunate enough to retire, but this gal is still working because I love what I do. In the past few years, short-term vacation rentals have become ever so popular because people are changing the way they travel. Most people these days want the comforts of a home and often want to travel with their family and friends. I guess you can't really do that in a hotel room. The Greater Palm Springs area is a vacation destination, and we are so blessed to host events like Coachella Music Festival, Stagecoach, the BNP Paribas Tennis Tournament, Modernism Week, the International Film Festival, and so many more. All of these bring people in from all around the world. This is when having a short-term vacation rental here gets exciting. We are also fortunate that the snowbirds love to come to our Palm Springs area to get away from the freezing cold weather to soak up the sunshine here. Many snowbirds will stay for a month up to 3-4 months. We are also a very popular destination for weekend travelers coming from San Francisco, Los Angeles, Orange County, and many other places that are just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Hi, I'm Kim Bloch, Realtor here in the Greater Palm Springs area. I help buyers and sellers navigate our market to make the transactions as smooth as possible. Let's get into some neighborhoods and cities that do allow short-term vacation rentals. We're going to start in Palm Springs. Palm Springs itself is a small city, only about 95 square miles with a population of about 50,000. Most of Palm Springs allows for short-term vacation rentals. Some HOAs may or may not allow them. Short-term is 28 days or less. Many HOA communities will allow 30 days and over. However, if you want a successful short-term property, you will want to make sure that it's close to attractions, events, and downtowns. Palm Springs as a whole is great for short-term vacation rentals. I would suggest to stay away from HOAs as most only allow 30 days or more. So if you really try focusing on 28 days and under, then most HOA communities are not what you're looking for unless they allow them, of course. If you can find a larger property that can have a higher occupancy rate, that means more dollars in your pocket. Check with the city that you're thinking about buying a short-term rental in, as they all have their own rules, but typically they say you can have 2 guests per bedroom. The more bedrooms you have means you can accommodate more guests, which means more money in your pocket. There are many neighborhoods in Palm Springs area that are really great for short-term rentals. The Movie Colony neighborhood is known for the many stars who owned homes in this area during the 1930s and again in the 1950s. It was truly the playground for the rich and famous. It was once the home of people like Marilyn Monroe and Cary Grant. It is still one of the most luxurious neighborhoods in Palm Springs. The Movie Colony is a hidden oasis. It's close enough to all the action of downtown, but it's secluded enough for relaxation and privacy. The neighborhood of Vista Las Palmas is very popular for modernistic architecture. Houses here have their own distinctive designs inside and out. This neighborhood was the brainchild of architects William Kreisel, Dan Palmer, and Charles Dubois. Vista Las Palmas is also the location of the famous Elvis Presley's honeymoon hideaway. Vista Las Palmas is still close enough to downtown and other experiences in Palm Springs. Deepwell Estates is another fabulous neighborhood that brings together the rustic ranch life and mid-century modern. The design differences in this neighborhood sets it apart from the Las Palmas and Movie Colony areas. Deepwell Estates is right along the East Palm Canyon Drive, with well-known restaurants and shopping centers. Desert Park Estates is one of the most northern parts of Palm Springs. Here you have many homes with the modernistic feel of the 1950s. You are still close enough to all the hustle and bustle of downtown, however, a little further away to have more a feeling of home. There are so many great neighborhoods in the city of Palm Springs to do short-term vacation rentals and really to fit just about every budget. The city of La Quinta at the moment does have a moratorium in place for any new short-term vacation permits unless you find a property in a commercially zoned area. Some of these properties are Legacy Villas, which is adjacent to the Waldorf La Quinta Resort and Club. There are villas ranging in size from studios to 3-bedroom townhomes. Close to Old Town La Quinta, where they have nice boutique-type shops, hair salons, and mini restaurants. Legacy Villas has some amazing mountain views and really feels more like a resort type of destination. Casitas Las Rosas is a community that is located on the grounds of the Embassy Suites Resort, located in walking distance to Old Town La Quinta. They are 1-bedroom, 1-bath units with a washer and dryer and nicely laid out kitchen, and even some have beautiful views of the mountains. In Bermuda Dunes, a subdivision of Sedona has no rental restrictions and is very close to the Coachella and Stagecoach music festivals, and it happens to not be so far away from the other attractions that are in our city. In the city of Palm Desert, there are only a few neighborhoods that allow short-term vacation rentals. One of the places that they do allow them is in Desert Falls Country Club. It is a beautiful development. It is a guard-gated community and is centrally located on Country Club Drive between El Dorado Drive and Cook Street. It's just minutes away from dining, live entertainment, and shopping. The city of Indio at this time has no restrictions on short-term vacation rentals unless they are in an HOA. The HOA does get to decide whether or not they allow them. There are many great neighborhoods that make great rentals. If you're looking to get a little bit more bang for your buck, make sure you check Indio out. I do tell my buyers not to discount longer stays. There is money to be made this way as well. People are booking longer stays as well these days because of the flexible working arrangements as a result of the pandemic. We have had several young professionals book month-long stays with us so that they could work from home and enjoy the vacation destination. As people get more flexible, fewer people are going to be in permanent residence. Most all communities and cities will allow 30 days and over, and you do not need to get a permit from the city or pay TOT tax, which is the same tax you pay when you stay at a hotel. The plus in doing 30 days and over is, of course, that you're not having to do as many check-ins and check-outs and not having to deal with as many inquiries as short-term. The other plus is that you don't have to worry much about trying to schedule the house cleaner as often. Both short-term and 30 days and over rentals here in the desert can be wonderful moneymakers and a super fun business. My husband and I have met some amazing guests throughout the years, and many booked for the same time for the following year to come. If you are interested in doing either and enjoyed this video, make sure you watch this next video on short-term vacation rentals in the Greater Palm Springs area.